Hi, this is Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally, and today I am going to make some more Christmas ornaments. I know Christmas ornaments are a great big hit. A lot of people like to be able to recreate these very inexpensive items. They're great teacher gifts, fun to add to your own decor. So I thought that I would give you several ideas, and we are starting with just some simple wooden items. Now this first one is shaped like an ornament, and it was free on the good table at my dump years ago, but I believe it came from Hobby Lobby, and I know that you can get wooden cutouts in all kinds of shapes in many places. Paint it white or the color of your choice, and then take a paint pen and go ahead and put a design on it, maybe add a little cap in the case of this one, outline it either with some silver or gold or distressing ink, and dress it up just a little bit. I chose a gold paint pen and then a coordinating gold ribbon to hang it by. And then I just snipped two little pieces of greenery that I had in my stash and a couple of little white berries to add to the top. And I decided to add a brass bell behind it, a little bit in the gold tones. Here it is on my mantle hanging from a stocking, but I decided to keep it and add it to the center of my wreath and use it as a decor piece on that wreath. And before I go on, let me tell you that today's collaboration is called 5 Under 5, and each of these items are under $5, and it is hosted by Emily at Farm Charm Chic and by Karen at the Loft Home Decor. So make sure you check out their channels and the playlist, which I will have in my description box, to see all the other ornaments all the others have created. And then I just found a board out in my stash of wood, and I measured off some squares and asked my husband to just take that out and cut that for me. And then once I had those were about 2.5 inches square, I just took my sander and sanded down the edges of those pieces. And so you can use any scrap wood that you have or a cutout that you can get at the dollar store that's already cut for you. And then I am going to go ahead and paint these white. Now, if you saw my dresser where I used the IOD inlay, I had a tremendous amount of those inlays left over once I was finished with that, and so I wanted to use some of them here on some just simple wood tags that I think would be really great to put on a package. So with these inlays, you go ahead and paint one coat, and then on the second coat, while the paint is still wet, you add the paint side down. You can spritz it with water first. I do personally not recommend that because I think it causes the paint to really smudge. I prefer to really saturate a paper towel or something and just kind of blot it so that that gets wet on the top side, and then let it dry completely, and then I wet it again with the same method, and then I peel back that inlay off, and it comes out quite lovely. You are supposed to be able to use them at least twice. This is the first time that I have used these, so the picture on them is pretty crisp and clear. The second time, and I will use one for a second time later on in the video, not quite so much. I think that it is much more vintage looking, and so you may or may not save them for a second. It's up to you. And then I'm going to take my blue ink, sorry I'm out of frame here, and I am going to just go around the edges. I have just gotten my craft room back, and I am trying to figure out how to get the best angle on my camera and my new ring light, so bear with me. So on the square ones, I did use the blue ink, and on the round ornament, I am using a silver paint pen. And then once those are dry, I had some beautiful blue and silver different ribbons in my stash to add some hangers. And I thought that these would be great for little present tags since the wood was free and I could write on the back to and from, and I had purchased the inlays for a large project, so these were kind of freebies to me in that they were left over, and I have quite a few left over. So if you didn't see that video, here is a sneak peek of what that dresser looks like with these little deer ornaments hanging on the hardware. And let me know what you think about these sweet little IOD inlays. They are a little bit pricey, I have to say, but you get a lot of projects. About $50 if I remember per book, but I would say you could easily get 40 or 50 different projects out of them with just the first use. And then here is the round one that I absolutely love. I like it on top of the dresser. I had done quite some time ago a small wooden box, and so I like it there with that blue and white plate behind it. Oh, before I move on to the next one, I received some friend mail from a lovely subscriber named Dawn, and she sent me some items that she had left over, I believe, from her craft stuff. And so I have some ribbon and some twine and some maybe upholstery trim and a bunch of these. I forget what she said they were used for. They're little covered tins, not food safe, but I forget what it was that originally they held. But she sent me at least a dozen of those. And so the challenge was to try to figure out what I could do with these. There were also a bunch of little wooden cutouts and some fall leaves, and then there were some bits of transfers that she had from, it looks like a book of butterflies, which are absolutely beautiful, some florals. So I'm excited about this spring using a lot of these pretty transfers, especially the blue butterfly. I love it. And then also she sent me a number of napkins so I can decoupage. Thank you for that, Dawn. That is much appreciated, and I love receiving friend mail. I have an address in my description box if you are ever inclined, and I love the challenge of trying to create something from these found items. So I am going back to these little covered tins, and I just took some alcohol and wiped down the first one, and then covered two of them once I cleaned them in white paint. Now I covered that fully with one, and then on the second coat, I decided for the lid to try to do the same paint inlay technique and see if that would also work well on the metal. So I did a little rocking horse on one, and then I had a really pretty wreath on another, and so I decided it was more of like a tree with a little floral kind of wreath around it. So I am doing the same thing. I am putting it down on the wet paint, and then I'm going to take a wet paper towel and sort of push that down into the paint, activate that paint from the back, and then leave that alone to dry. It doesn't take very long to dry, and then once it's dry you can tell because it's the color changes. And then here's the tree one, which I love, and then once I got that done and they were completely dry, I spritzed them and peeled that off. Once they were fully dry, I did take some clear wax and go over them. You could spray them. It's been kind of rainy and cold here, but the wax works just fine. Did smudge a tiny bit, so a spray does work better, or several days in between. And then I just decided on the interior of one of the tins to just put a little bit of snow and a little tree and a little snowman so that this could hang from the tree and you would see from either side, either the rocking horse painted on one side or a little vignette inside the tin on the other side. with the sweet little rocking horse on the other, and I used a different ribbon. And then I forgot to take pictures of these two. I already gave them away for Thanksgiving as a hostess gift, but I added some berries and some greens, and that is that. So thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to check out the other creator ornaments, and I will see you soon in the next one. Take care.